Weak arms. So what's preventing you from doing it? Nothing. Nothing is preventing me from doing that. That is what I'm probably going to try to set up at some point during this upcoming spring summer stream Vanzaganza. In like yet another one of my revamps of my streaming setup, where I'm always hunting for the most pristine configuration. Your arms need a workout. Oh, it wasn't my arms, it was the arms of the monitor. It's not mine. Look, see if I can get the show. The monitor. These arms are fucking weird. Like I forced the two in the back to be in a straight line. Like it's like quad jointed, and then the connection to the monitor itself is another joint. So like if you just grab the monitor and you think you're doing something, like you're not just pulling it right, you're like rotating the bit right behind it to the left, straightening out this joint, and you're like, oh wait, no, I need to be closer, but that joint won't be what comes closer. That joint will. It's never the joint you assume is going to move. It's always like a different combination of joints that move. I need TRICARE. All right, and for those of you who are still here, if you're not aware, which I believe you are, perhaps I have some late viewers. We're trying to do a thing for Monday for Hearts of Iron 4. Not just for viewing, of course, though that would be nice. I'm trying to see if we can get a community game going. So either message me or on the general channel and the Discord, so we can get more people signed up and see what we can get going for Hearts of Iron 4. So we can have the much strategery. So strategy-based preemptive arm movements that are needed. Basically, like you have to hold each individual joint and be like, all right, you go there and you do that. It's really obnoxious. So I ended up like forcing the two by it to like be straight. So I was like, well, if this is straight, it's less likely to cause a bend because there'll be no force, no part of the pressure that would push in the middle of a straight line, and it doesn't make sense. I don't know if, you know, my answer to it makes any sense, but it seems to be working so far. And nobody bitched about water ever again. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That's going well. You've gotten your thing. The merchants will be leaving soon. I need to trade with him. I need to trade with him now. I really don't care. I just want to get the shit out of my map. I'm gonna give them like the best deal they've ever seen. Where is Raoul? Raoul, buddy. Where are you? Oh, good. He's so close. I was just saying to myself, golly gee, I wish I caught him heading to the wrong base. It sure would suck if it took him forever to get to the right base. Need to step away to get these guys like willingly ride in mine carts to go back and forth. Please get to the caravan before they pack up. Oh my God. You had to walk through the holy cleansing water. Come on. You slow as fuck, motherfucker. Get in there. There we go. Trade. Everything. Everything is worth 255,834 dwarf bucks. If I trade for everything the elves had, I would be, everything the elves have is only worth 21,484. Everything. God, elves are garbage. Give me your cougars and your jaguars. Oh, hell, I'll take your tiger. I'll take all the big cats, I guess. Why do you have the triumvirate of big cats? Fucking lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. All your clothing is garbage. You should feel bad about your choices in life. Real bad. I don't want any of your garbage crap. You don't even have good instruments. God damn it. I don't want to give them all this. That's all it takes. 3 pairs of damaged pants is all it takes to be generating a profit. Holy fuck. There you go. 100% profit. Oh my God, the minecart is wood. I wasn't paying attention. They don't want to trade anymore. I'm stuck with this forever and ever. All right. That's fine. You want to leave, you are free to leave. I'm stealing the cats. I deserve the cats. I earned the cats. You know what? I'm taking a turtle while I'm at it. Yeah, I'm seizing them. Yeah, you're right. You can't stop me. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid fucking hippies. Oh my God. I like turtles. I can't believe this, man. There was a wood. I'm so sad. I didn't get to sing the tree into orgasm to make this. You cut it down against its will, you horrible destroyer of nature. Elves are really just jackasses. What is happening with the blocks again? Are we out of chalk? Is that our issue? Need to order more minings. Basically, we're down to 30. Well, they're mining now, finally. Can I have the war turtle? 1. Can you even train that for war? That would be amazing. Okay, no. No. Don't slaughter the new big kitties we just got. What's wrong with you? Cougars. 5 across the row. Giant cougars, 5 across the row. Giant jaguars. Wait, were those jaguars? That was a giant jaguar. Holy shit. Oh. It's so big and fluffy. All right, so we traded for 1 regular cougar, 1 giant jaguar, 1 giant tortoise. Isn't there a lion in there? It just says zeros. Tell me we didn't butcher a lion already. Jaguar, cougar, tiger. Cougar, jaguar, tiger. Tiger, not lion. All right, now it's just killing a puppy, so I don't care. Animals. Bernard, the stray llama. Cougar. Cannot be trained for war. Jaguar. Cougar cannot. Giant jaguar can. Amazing. Tiger. Trained for war. Giant tortoise. I cannot train the giant tortoise for war, so I cannot assign it to your character. You can, in fact, have the jaguar that is humongous. The humongous jaguar. Oh, how big are these? Dwarf Fortress, giant jaguar. Dwarf Fortress. I always need to compare it to a dwarf. Dwarf Fortress, dwarf. And then Dwarf Fortress, giant tortoise. I just used the tortoise outside for fucking bait. All right, again, an adult dwarf maxes out at 60,000 cubic centimeters. A giant jaguar caps out at 745,500 cubic centimeters. 6, 11, 12. He's more than 12 times the sheer volume of a dwarf. The giant jaguar is. And then, of course, a dwarf is 60,000. A giant tortoise is 300,000 cubic centimeters. 5 times the volume of a dwarf. You big boy. It's a big boy. The problem is no, like I genuinely want to raid people near me, but every time I raid, I inevitably soon thereafter end up with being unstable, with crashes to desktop and the like. I would hate to have done all of that to build the hill, or to get as far as I have building the hill, only to throw it all away to do a raid, and then watch the game continuously crash afterwards because I'm not allowed to, you know, be happy. Like, really, that kind of needs to be corrected before I can do anything. Let me think this through for timing. 9:30. Bring me to 10:30. Bring me to 11:30. How do I always do that? I don't know how that works. I'm gonna be half off again. How do I always end up, by the time it gets to 12, a half hour off? Because I try to get it to start at 4, and then I let it record for an hour, and then I stop it and I start it. And yet every time I get to 11:30, I either need to stop it now or continue for half an hour. It's never exacto to the hour by the end. I feel like I've completely lost it. Lost all sanity. I just hope we get this fucking thing finished today. We need more stone. And, fuck me, this takes forever. Oh my god, switching to stone was like the worst thing. Like, I kind of get it. At the time I switched, we had no more wood. But why did I seem to think that I was gonna be able to maintain the correct type of stone for a prolonged period of time? What do I even have now for chalk? $34. I don't know what's forbidden, but I'm unforbidding it. 34, 44 chalk, which means it's 176 blocks, which means I have enough for one more cube and then 7/10 of a cube square. You know what I mean? Which does that. Huzzah. Bugs in Dwarf Fortress? You heard me wrong, Flesh Bits. Dwarf Fortress is perfect. There are no bugs. As soon as someone finds a bug in Dwarf Fortress, it'll be the next coming of Christ. Rapture will be upon us, and we all have to answer for our crimes against the elves. Because it's going to turn out that the elves were right all along, and we needed to stop cutting down the damn trees. But we're dwarves, and we are too prideful to listen to some damn dirty elves and their damn dirty elf ways. But we're gonna have to pay for that. We know this, but we continue on. Welcome to stream, Flash Bits. I don't know what I was thinking. Even when I say what I was thinking out loud, 5 minutes later, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Here's a genuine thing though, like I might not make it tonight, guys. I'm sorry, the pickup of the package in the morning. Now, admittedly, a smart person would try to go back to sleep. So I usually try to wake up late to then stay up late to be able to go through to the end, essentially making it, you know, like kind of like a regular work day. It's 8 hours, but if it's in the middle of when you're awake, like you're a bit exhausted with doing that by the end, but you're still able to go. As of now, I'm approaching 12, 13 hours awake and doing this. I mean, I've done worse before, but cumulatively, I'm starting to wonder. And I've not wondered in a very long time, can I do this? But that's all right, though. Everyone knows the back end of this. One straight hour of me going. And slowly drooling on myself will be the pinnacle of entertainment. Because here's the thing, like I'm doing the calculations and this shit's too slow. This ain't getting, I fucking thought in my heart of hearts, the heart of the cards. I thought the heart of the cards would save me and I would destiny draw out this floor today. Today, son. However, it's been 5.5 hours. I have 2.5 remaining and we've gotten to there. Like it might be that I need to free up frames. Like I'm wondering if like maybe the issue is the dwarves are just too slow. Like is that carrying rate or am I like having low frame rates? Well, that was 1,700 blocks. That's going to help, but not much. Perhaps the water is? I don't think it's hurting that much with what it is, but I will draw that down for now. Might be because I'm expanding a square. The birds might need to get trimmed, but they weren't an issue before. I'm thinking it's just my clothing. Where is the rope reeds? You are to follow forever. Follow all seasons. No more for you. We have thousands of other. Jesus Christ. I think those are all prepared meals. Nope, look. So many fucking eggs and tallow. Like we're kind of getting inundated with items and shit too.
Magma dump all clothing. I mean, you're joking, but I kind of tried to do that earlier. They'll like, no, we couldn't possibly take your gear that is worth 100 times what ours is because of that cart over there. That looks like it was created with the highest craftsmanship in mind, and it may be damn near an artifact in its own right, but it was once a tree, and that means you're a heretic. So we're gonna turn down the greatest economic boon we've seen in our lifetimes, because fuck you, we have principles. They may be hippie principles, but they're still principles, and they left. I don't care who's next. I don't care if it's the dwarves or the humans. I'm giving them everything in that depot. Everything I can. It looks like we're slowly hauling the shit back out. Ugh. There you go. I forbid everything in the depot, but I think I did not forbid the depot itself. I hope. That way we stop carrying the clothing back out so I can get rid of it. I mean, 2,233 drinks, not bad. 13,000 plants. And it's mostly prickleberries and ropeweed. $3,045 prepared meals. 6,000 meat because of all the animals I'm constantly butchering. Basically, I am like perpetually riding the edge of an animal like cat dog explosion. I keep it in check, but I'm like inundated with endless mounds of meat. Literally at this point, my base is so proficient, I'm dying to how fucking amazeballs the base is. I make too much food. I make too much booze. I make too much clothes. You could say I'm suffering from success. He's not going to train them while they're still in that cage, is he? Well, here's how I'm going to fix this. There you go. That'll get him out of there. How your door's emotions doing? Well, if you look in the lower right corner, we're doing okay in that too, because this is the emotions down here. We constantly have 2 or 3 dwarves that are like, life is awful. I one time had to drink tea, but it wasn't properly steeped. Because everyone knows the correct way to drink tea is to put milk in first and then put the tea in. I'm gonna get some very, very angry emails from British people when I put this up on YouTube. We have 3 angry people, but we have 19 pleased people, and 66 people are like, it's okay. Sir, this is a microwave water stream. No. Everyone knows if you're going to use a microwave, you microwave the leaves first, then you put in the cold water. That's how you make the best tea. Everyone knows it. Oh, sick. Milk and tea, how barbaric. everyone knows a proper cup of tea. You get a cup, you fill it 9/10 with milk, you put in like 1/20th of the total cup's amount of tea in, and then the remaining 1/20th is nothing but sugar. Then you will have the perfect cup of tea. Why did it say heya without putting anything in chat? Who is it heya-ing? Who got heya'd? What the hell did you just heya? Why did it do a sound effect without putting anything in chat? Is that someone's greeting that triggered incorrectly? Events. I think it was Domine. No, Domine is the opposite. Domine doesn't have a sound effects. Oh, no. I did bad. Is that what that was? I deleted every greeting. I know exactly what's going on. I deleted every greeting. I had a folder that said viewers, and it had text files of everyone's personalized greetings in it. But when I was doing the spring cleaning, I found the folder and thought that it was the viewer folder from an older version of the dwarfing script. So I just deleted the folder because I was like, what the fuck are all these? What base was this even for? And I deleted them. The problem is all of the events referenced your file directly in case you edited your text later. I didn't ever actually have a direct reference in the script. I only had it directed to your files. So I've deleted everyone's, except for Hellfire Skyrim. Hellfire Skyrim is the only one with a proper personalized greeting that I didn't put in the script correctly. Whoops. I'm sorry. I see here who had greetings, so I could just ask for a replacement. Like, I didn't get rid of the list of who had it because that's in the chat bot. But if you look, hold on. And we're gonna go crazy. If you look on the chat bot, they only reference the file. And if I didn't quite, like, if your thing didn't reference yourself, I put in a special command to say the ID afterwards so I can know who it was. This is how I was running that script. But see how they all only read viewers user ID.txt? That's how I had that script working, except for some reason Hellfire Skyrim. So I got rid of that folder because I just saw a viewers list and then a text, just a shit ton of text files that said people's names, just like how I did the dwarving script. Because I'm a goober and I script everything the exact same way because, you know, I'm not very good. Apparently. Oh my God. So I know who should have had a greeting. I'm gonna need to send out like whispers on Twitch and be like, I fucked it up. I need you to tell me what your greeting was again. You buy greeting by typing in !by greeting. That's the command. You follow it with a space, and then you put in whatever your greeting is. And it would create the text file with, as far as I remember, it would create the text file with whatever your greeting was. And then I would go into the event list here and reference your new file. Because that's off the command by welcome, not by greeting. I'm sorry. Where you exclamation mark by welcome would create the file in there with your message. Your wish is my command. Yeah, I fucked that up. My bad, everyone. I just apparently slapped everyone into the 9th dimension, never to come out of the fucking shadow realm. You fell for my trap card. You dumb bastards. You should have seen it coming. You should have seen it coming as soon as I said the word spring cleaning. You should have known something critical was gonna get deleted. Some of you had hope that you'd survive the purging, but this was a false hope. This is a false hope that could never have come true. You were all destined to get purged eventually. Imagine you dated this girl that's totally gorgeous and checks out for personality. However, when it's time for the mushy business, you find out she's got a penis. Would you still date her? Unfortunately, no. I am a straight male. I need a vagina. I would not continue dating a penis. Because that's not what I'm interested in. Would it still be a her at that point? I mean, just because that's a choice of identification doesn't make it scientifically accurate. I would. I mean, if she wants to identify as a female, I'm not going to be angry at her. I mean, I'm going to be slightly angry that she wasted my time. However, I would not continue dating at that point. Yeah, kind of. I would go with that. False advertising. Pros, you could practice your fencing technique. No. That is not going to be happening. Also, welcome, Shonia. By the way, welcome to the stream. You missed it, but I've just deleted everyone's hopes and dreams. So that's where we are. How was your weekend? Did you have a good Christmas? Thank you for following. Magna Dracomon, welcome to the stream.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's because I have one pro here. I'm like, why is it not reading? All right, what did you get? You got 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Magna Dracomon, you are a hauler. Which, as time goes on, is an ever more important job. Because literally, we're just slowly waiting on infrastructure getting completed. Like what might need to happen is for once I might need to do stuff off screen just to get this done, because at this rate it's going to take like 24 hours. Thank you for following, Shonia. If you were not aware, if you type in the Dwarf command, DWARF or DORF, it'll roll a random number I can use the name of Dwarf after you. In the future, you can use the exact same command to see the status of your dwarf. If your dwarf is still alive, or if I'm not playing Dwarf Fortress at the time, it will send a whisper to you informing you of the status of your dwarf. Magna Dracomon, who is currently constructing a building. Magna Dracomon has two friends, Scootsor and an unidentified nurse. Magna Dracomon only prays to Avuz. And thank you, Sigmadron, for following. Avuz is a female dwarf associated
Thank you so much.
with games, luck, and jewels. Thank you so very much. Magna Dracomon has a passing acquaintanceship with Grogrin, Dunlap Dynamo, Bear Grylls 88, and that's it. Anyone else who may exist on this base has been ignored by Magna Dracomon. Magna Dracomon recently thought trade is the lifeblood of a thriving society. He thought this while feeling euphoric due to inebriation. Magna Dracomon is incredibly tough, agile, and quick to heal. Magna Dracomon likes calcite, bilin, turquoise, pomelo wood, giant moose leather, giant wild boar hoof, giant nautilus shell, cotton fabric, the color pearls, shields, and the words of the Merchant of Wandering. When possible, he prefers to consume giant anaconda, oyster, long yam plants, carambola wine, and pomegranates. Though he absolutely detests leeches. Is your guy from Texas? He loves everything big. He has questionable spatial sense and a poor kinesthetic sense. He dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and this dream was realized. Thank you so much for following Sigmadron. I'm assuming you heard what I said before, but assuming you didn't, if you were not aware, you can type an exclamation mark Dwarf, DWARF, or Dwarf, DORF, so I can name one of the dwarves after you. This will allow the channel redemption system in the lower right corner to make sense, where you can start requesting a suite, furniture, goodies, so on and so forth for your dwarf. Dwarf number 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. 16, 17. You are a jeweler. You're a pretty rock dwarf. You are specifically a gem cutter. Sigmadron, rise from your grave. I don't know why it reminds me of the game Altered Beast. Sigmatron, you have quite a few friends. An unnamed nurse, Earman 1. An unnamed Erst? An unnamed nurse, Earman 1. Urshrir, an unnamed holler. A Ramsey, a pretty rock dwarf like yourself. Lazy Lone Lion, a dire builder. An unnamed holler, and Scootsor, a hunter. TikToks is a long-term acquaintance of yours. Barbaderp and Faulted Thrower 3 are merely passing acquaintances. You pray to Nurmak, a male dwarf associated with fortresses. Sigmadron recently thought, I feel so good, because he was, or she was fucking blitzed. Sigmadron is agile and quick to heal, but she is weak and very quick to tire. Sigmadron likes claystone, sterling silver, praise opal, goblets, cavies for their adorable call, giant blue jays for the coloration, the sound of the meandering wisp, and the sight of the Tower of Mountains. When possible, she prefers to consume potato wine and absolutely detests fire snakes. She has a great deal of patience and a feel for music, but she has questionable spatial sense, poor empathy, and quite poor focus. She dreams of raising a family someday. Not totally unfair, but still a no. Dwarf 17. I doubt your statement, fellow purveyor of internet delicacies, whoever you may so be. $30 more chalk blocks, yay. Swear to God. What are you? You are not chalk, correct? Record site. I think we're going to have to start mining these out next, because they're so very close. And they appear to be, for the most part, chalk. greater density. Whereas down here, we're having to go wide, and clearly the density of chalk is losing to, what is that? That's not lignite. That is bauxite. That's close. Okay, wait, no. How the hell do you not recognize someone's a centaur? First of all, centaurs don't even make sense. They are not half horse, half humanoid. They're like 3/4 horse, to be clear on that. 1. 2, the reason why I bring this up is the horse's entire body is honking huge. There's no way, like, if someone was of a stature where somehow they were hiding the horse body behind the bar, 1, they would have to have been standing along the bar, not from the bar to the back, because there's no angle direct behind them to hide that. So you'd probably be wondering why you could clearly see their torso was twisted the entire time, to be clear on that. 2, they would not be a centaur. They'd be some weird other version of a centaur where they were bred with like the little wiener schnitzel dog because they have a pony body, because a horse is taller than a counter. Horses are big. I don't like, you cannot hide that there's a horse. No. There is no amount of inebriation that would hide the horse. I would accept that you thought she was riding a horse. Sure. If you want to say you were so drunk you misunderstood that the elf was riding a horse and was not in fact a centaur, fine. But to not know that there is a horse body there at all is beyond my suspension of disbelief. There's no way. She could be a pygmy centaur. But see, here's the issue with that is she'd have to be half pygmy, because then at that point, if you're going with as a whole, she has a reduced stature, then she herself would look like she had a reduced stature. So either she would look like an adult but tiny, she'd have to be looking down over the bar, thus allowing you to see the horse body, or she didn't look quite so like she had a reduced stature, in which case she just looked like she had a young stature, in which case shouldn't be doing that anyways. I'm only 5 foot even as a paladin. Surmounting horses are off the tables just like in real life. Must be laying down on the job. Okay, but would you? No! No. First of all, if you're going to be wondering and asking weird ass fucking questions like this, at least come up with theories and or stories that are derived from the 3.5 book, the Book of Vile Darkness. I think there are a few things in the Book of Exalted Deeds that kind of half touch on this topic, but there are a lot of spells in the trickery and deception route, we'll say, in the Book of Vile Darkness, as well as body transmogrification spells, rituals, and items. If you're going to be talking about anything in a D&D or fantasy sense, that is probably what you'd have to be drawing from to have any leverage whatsoever as to how you did not know what the situation was. Though, to be fair, like, and I don't do it for much anything, like legit trigger alert or anything on the Book of Vile Darkness. I think that one was written by Monty Cook. He makes his own, he doesn't do D&D now. I think he's invented his own game called, starts with a P. He's doing his own thing now, but the Book of Vile Darkness has some things in it where you're like, all right, you know, people need some evil shit, but where did you come up with this idea from? One of the examples is there is a magical item in the Book of Vile Darkness called the Rod of Tongues. I forget how it was constructed. I don't even know if it's part of the fluff. But the idea is that you can touch someone with it, and if they fail a fort save, it'll basically do a, not benign, it's the other one, baleful. It'll do a baleful polymorph. But essentially, but it's a baleful shape change. You can change into another humanoid against their will. And it's an artifact, so like the DC is redonkulously huge. And then for some reason, it writes in the fluff of this item, which, all right, it's already an evil item. You can go evil with this, but you don't need to go too fucking far. It writes in the fluff that the dude who owns it uses it on his captives and servants to look like his daughters, because he has at least enough morality to not force himself on his daughters. That's the legit fluff from the book of Vile Darkness. They've got some weird fucking shit in that book. I really like the prestige classes in it, but the fucking magical items and artifacts, straight up, like if I were to meet Monty Cook in real life, I'd, you know, like you ask them shit at, like when they're signing things, my only question would be to look him dead in the eyes and be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Yeah, like, but other ones are just like regular evil, like the Angel Wing Razor. It's a fucking, I've actually used this as a template for 3 other artifacts. It's just a blade that was sharpened on like the feathers of 1,000,000 angels, hence Angel Wing Razor. It's so sharp it can cut through a wall of force. It's supposed to be like the only item in the game that can do that. All right, that's on the regular, cool. And you have like the Rod of Tongues and you're like, why? Why was this in there? That's not the only one. That was just like the first one that came to mind. A lot of the fucking artifacts and magical items from that book are fucking sketchy. The prestige classes are all right. The prestige classes are all decently strong, good for fluff. I would stick with them. I would definitely make sure to read any magical item that came out of that before you let your players use it. It also includes the spells sadism and masochism, and each one says for every 10 points of damage you take or receive, depending upon whether or not you're doing a sadism or masochism spell, the next round you get to get that number divided by 10 rounded down as a modifier on attack and damage rolls. So if I was, say, to inflict 45 damage, the next round I would have +4 for my attack and damage rolls. I think it was a like a divine bonus too, so it's stacked. Or if I took 30, 2 damage, it'd be +3, so on and so forth. Like, some of the spells were okay, but starting to get a bit, iffy. Oh, the name Book of Vile Darkness is a trigger warning. The funny thing, though, is Book of Vile Darkness has a thing at the beginning that's like, hey, BT dubs, this is for mature audiences. Makes sense. But then the Book of Exalted Deeds, the counter book, the book about holier than thou shit, also has the same type of warning. It even says, like, the warning for Exalted Deeds even points, I was like, yeah, I know a lot of you are going to think that this warning is pointless, but this is still, talking about mature topics and things. And it's like, in this book, there's a magical item where the fluff is that there's an evil tyrant that, like, every night forces people to look like his daughters, to do horrible things to them. Whereas in the Book of Exalted Deeds, it's like, here's how you be a saint. Here's how you take a vow of poverty. It's like, these are not equal. These are nowhere near equal in the maturity warning spectrum. Here's how you role play a fucking pauper. Here's how you fucking go out of your way to go murderate someone, because fuck him. Why does he live? Like, no, these are not equal.
The forgotten beastie no Leto Teka has come, a towering feathered tick. It has a short horn and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its deadly spit.
It's probably gonna die in the magma if it's not magma proof. Why do they keep showing up in the magma is what's getting me. Where are you? Not in the magma, but soon to die if you ever go in it. Numenera, that was the other book he did. Yeah, he started the Numenera series. Or the merchants here? You're right, there are merchants here. Good eyeball, because I was definitely paying attention. And now if I do a reclaim, are all of those goods counted as being in there, or do I have to reselect them? I have to select them. But that shouldn't be too hard. The all distance is 0. If a DM polymorphs me to do that, I'm straight up walking away from the table. Like, yeah, no, I would agree with you. It's like, oh, okay, bye. We're done now. No, that book had some like fucking horrible shit in it. It was like, again, like I said, I would just want to like look him straight in the eye and be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Vow of Poverty Monk too strong. Fuck that. Vow of Poverty. Who gives a fuck about Vow of Poverty Monk? No. See, here's the thing. One, Vow of Poverty is stronger than a lot of people give it credit for because they wrote 2 different things in 2 different paragraphs. So a lot of people didn't even get Vow of Poverty as strong as it's supposed to be. Vow of Poverty sets in place a chain of events that makes clerics way too strong. Vow of Poverty cleric can easily go into a saint cleric, particularly if you mix it with the prestige class, the Radiant Servant of Pelor. If you do a Radiant Servant of Pelor saint cleric, you win. You are untouchable. Anyone who claims to be a heal bot is like a heal bot that is prone to the Y2K bug. If anyone remembers the made up bullshit fear of that. It's not real. Anyone who is a Radiant Servant of Pelor Saint Vow of Poverty plus the other vows that you get for free, you win. You just win. You are so much the winner. You have DCs that are approaching triple digits without trying. And if your opponent fails them, their weapons explode. That shit's fucking amazing. Well, the problem is not whipping. I mean, if you want, I mean, we could, for some excitement, open the door. Quite frankly, at this point, I kind of don't care too much about that. I don't know what its spit does. I'm just worried about it somehow bouncing us into the magma. We don't wish to bounce into the magma. I will have the military go down here and I will open the door. This way we can at least say that we did not hide from all the forgotten beasts. We fought them bravely. But I need the military to come down here. No take ya. My big toe. Send me in, boss. I'm trying to remember because some of the strongest fighter builds in 3.5, and I mean fighter, don't try doing the fucking the Tome of Battles. I'm not disqualifying that. I'm just saying that's not a fighter. That's a different class. I'm not talking about melee directly. Strongest fighter builds in 3.5 are off of the Book of Vile Darkness due to being a follower of Despatter. If you've bent the knee to one of the Lords of Hell, when you were using door shut, when you're using metal weapons, your critical range and your critical damage went up by increased multipliers. And for some reason, it's stacked with improved critical. So you got to essentially greatly increase your critical chance. And also, I want to mine here. And also your extra damage. You could end up doing a crit range of, I want to say 3 to 20. I think it was 3. If it wasn't 3, then it was 5. Entirely doable to be using weapons that would crit on 3 to 20 and every time you crit, insto killed whoever you were attacking because of dispatter rules. Oh no, not from both.
The Minotaur Noose Zomla Smooth Moose Modomo has come. A giant humanoid monster with the head of a bull.
They played us. I need a clip from Metal Gear Solid 5. They played us for fools. They had us sending everyone upstairs or downstairs when the attack was coming from above. Quick, everyone back up. We've been baited. Oh, wait. Because the music has stopped. But yeah, no, even if you're only doing like Pathfinder or the newer versions of D&D, first of all, who is this? Dave Annoyed. What are you doing? He's going to pick up his equipment. If you want some ideas on like an act, ooh, he's shooting. Now, Dave Annoyed, he's an archer. He hasn't built up archery too much, but he has been building up dodging and other skills. So I think while he may not be able to kill the Minotaur on his own, I believe he should be able to avoid damage. No, he did something to him and beat the crap out of him. What the hell did he do?
The Minotaur jumps away from... No. This is the wrong one. I'm sorry. Pest. Word? The Minotaur jumps away from the flying iron bolt. The Minotaur then misses the hunter on his riposte. Minotaur charges at the hunter again, but the hunter jumps away. The Minotaur attacks the hunter, but again she jumps away, for her agility is just too high. She can roll no nat ones. The Minotaur proceeds to miss the hunter. The hunter, while fucking dodging, lets loose an iron bolt that strikes the Minotaur in the lower body, tearing the muscle and the guts, making the Minotaur look sick. The iron bolt was lodged firmly in the wound. The Minotaur begins to vomit and retch, and the Minotaur thinks to itself for the first time in his life, how fragile we are. All right, maybe she will do it. I didn't think she was gonna do a fucking monster hunter. The dodge fucking bow shot. That's what she did. She did fucking 3 dodges, charging up the fucking stupid monster hunter bow shot, and then did a fucking dragon piercer to the thing's gut. That's exactly what just happened. The flying iron bolt strikes the Minotaur in the left lower leg, chipping the bone and fracturing the left knee. A ligament in the left knee was torn, as was a tendon. The iron bolt also firmly lodged in that wound, twisting the left knee with its sheer force and making the Minotaur fall over. Now that is a fucking shot. That's just a bolt. Imagine a big honking Minotaur and you hit it so strong in the kneecap. You sever its tendons, but the bolt stops firm with enough momentum. Like, how strong is the pull on the crossbow? With enough fucking momentum to take the leg out from under the Minotaur. Of course, the problem is, what are we fighting now? We're not fighting a Minotaur. Everyone knows you're only a Minotaur until you take an arrow to the knee. I feel bad about that one. He's dead. The hunter killed him. All right, we're gonna cancel the orders because apparently it doesn't matter. The archer by himself did it. Did he even get wounded? He does have wounds, but was that from fighting? Iron bolt, chipping the bone in the head, chipping the skull, lower body, iron bolt. Did the Minotaur ever hurt him? No, he never got a hit in. Skipping all of the back and forth, the Minotaur misses the hunter. The hunter, hold on. That's not quite right. The Minotaur did not miss the hunter. The Minotaur charges the hunter. The hunter does the first charging dodge. The hunter then follows it up with the second charging dodge. And having equipped the stamina jewel, the hunter then does the third dodging charge, letting loose a dragon piercer that struck the Minotaur in the head, tearing the muscle, chipping the skull, and tearing through the brain, ripping apart all the tendons in the skull, knocking the Minotaur unconscious and lodging firmly in the wound. David Noid thinks to himself, can it all end so quickly? Straight up, that was just Monster Hunter. By the way, did David Noid get credit for that? First of all, we'll read here, because this is like the harder one to get credit on. Did a read, military, David Noid. No credit. Now, David Noid's weapon. Did David Noid's weapon get credit? Because for some reason, that's how they do it. Yes. The steel crossbow did kill Noose Typhoon Attack the Feral the Minotaur, when used by Dave Annoyed Asmel Musish. $300 dwarf newtons. 120 in a small area can toss a big animal off balance. Is he Legolas or Gimlis? Well, crap. Medieval crossbow pull weights for late arrows like 450 to 600 pound weight, while ones over 730 according to what I googled. Crap, it'd be weird if the Minotaur didn't go flying. Well, no. I mean, one, yes, because it was basically point blank. But two, you're thinking this wrong. You're thinking crossbow. You're not thinking like dwarven made crossbow. So it's at least 7 times the pull. Hold on. What is David Noid's crossbow anyways? He's going to fill his water skin. He's thirsty. This is a steel crossbow. That's it. It's a steel crossbow that was shooting. Actually, if you think about it, it's got to have a fucking honking pull, because they never use leather in their construction. So like when they make a wood crossbow, technically they have a very pliant wood for the rope bit, I guess. So when they do a steel crossbow, is he like putting tension on a steel crossbeam and then letting that snap back? I feel like that would be a little bit heavier than the 150 pound pull if the wire in question was a steel rod. Dwarves don't kill Minotaurs, crossbows do. Bowway is only part of the issue. The length of the draw also influences the final projectile velocity greatly. Hell, at 7 times the pull. Forget firearms, they have the ultimate weapons. Wood, fiber, rope. No, they use their beard, steel wire. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a steel wire fucking crossbow. And again, for those of you who are tuning in extremely late and or not aware, I'm trying to set up a Hoi 4 community game on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. It is all right if you have to come in late. I can set up the setting for hot join, no issue. Though I can't guarantee which country you'll be playing at that time. And if we need to do like slight tweaks, I can do that too. But please stop by the Discord and or send me a whisper in the Discord. I'm going to be spending the beginning part of Monday, essentially, trying to make sure that I've got things like channels in Discord set up for different teams and shit. For those of you watching on the YouTube archive when I upload this, thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.